give it up.
Marvin Gaye, got to give it up. Yeah, you got to give up complaining. Hi, this is Clay Nelson and Susan Nelson on the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, or the Clay and Susan Life Balance Hour, you know. Whoa, pretty good. Or let me see, who else do we know?
Okay.
Oh, the Clay and Susan. Next week, hey, get this. Next week, I'm going to have Beth, and who is my executive assistant, Chief Mama San, has been with me for 100 years, makes my life work on the road and all kinds of stuff, and her twin daughters, Claire and Caitlin. They're 9 years old, and they're going to be on the show next week, so tune in.
That'll be fun.
And you can imagine 2 9-year-old twins telling us what life is all about. Y'all better listen good. Okay, now, the show is all about complain or create life, and about how, you know, the last, how long has it been since gas prices went up and everything's going crazy? What's it been, 6-8 weeks? Okay, and then
a little longer than that, I think. But
okay,
whatever.
And then you know, everybody's running for president and doing all the things and all the talk, and then. And, you know, some people, phenomenal people have passed away suddenly, and other people have shown up like they're a little bit weird, and all kinds of things going on. But the truth is, all right, the absolute truth is, you know, every day if we got up and we did something that made a difference, first for ourselves and then for another, the rest of the world would just kind of balance itself out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we got on our motorcycle on Saturday morning. We had to plan for it. We had to clean the motorcycle, make sure the air in the tires, make sure it's safe for Mom, you know.
And the shocks were good.
Yeah, and the shocks are set right because I had Mom on the back. We don't want to have a lumpy road, you know?
No.
Yeah. And so we get on down to Long Beach, and we find Sarah, Spatero.
The regional director.
The regional director.
For
for the
Southern California Special Olympics.
Oh, wow, you're so cool. You got all the thing right. So, Sarah, she got everything right. Whoa. Oh, by the way, Sarah, I gotta have a conversation with you. It has to do with you eating the last brownie on the tray.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? You remember that? I was watching you eat the last. I went down to get one. You had eaten the last one, and then there was a slight promise to where there was going to be another tray show up sometime at my office. No brownies so far. Anyway, now, so you know how well I'm handling that, though.
Yes, you're doing very fine.
So we go down to the Special Olympics, and we're just having a beautiful ride, going down the coast, going through Ventura, going down, you know, the highway, and we actually didn't get lost more than 3 or 4 times, and
made the wrong turn on the 405, but that's okay.
Yeah, but it didn't matter.
We got right back on.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Everything went great, and we got there, and we started realizing what was really going on there. There was 2,500 Special Olympic contestants there. There's about another probably 1,000 people that were managing, the coaches and all kinds of things. Plus, they had police all over the place. Not like police like guards, but police like sponsors that made it all happen. And it all happened at Long Beach University.
The California State University at Long Beach.
Yeah.
CSULB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That reminded me of President Johnson for some reason. Okay. Now, and it was just beautiful. Now, here's what I want you to know. Now, I want you to picture this. You're laying on the floor, and you're supposed to turn over 3 times.
This is on the gymnastics mat.
Gymnastics mat. And you're supposed to turn over 3 times. And if you laid on the floor and you turn over 3 times, you go, yeah, so what's next? But I got to tell you, I watched some people actually plan in their gymnastic program to just lay on the floor and turn over 3 times. And they turned over the first time, and you could see on their face they were just working as hard as they could to get the second turnover, and then really worked to get the third turnover. And once they got to the third turnover, they just shot up in the air with their arms up in the air, smiling from ear to ear, just going, wow, that was so cool. And the whole stadium just came unglued. Can you get that? So it's like pride, ownership, power. God, it brings tears to my eyes. Just think about it. Then we go to the basketball game, and there's all kinds of basketball players, and some of these kids were phenomenal, or adults or whatever, were phenomenal basketball players, absolutely phenomenal.
They're totally focused on the game.
Oh, yeah.
Just they knew exactly what to do.
But get this. You know, in a normal basketball game, when somebody falls down and gets knocked down, only their own team members come over and pick them up, you know? In these games, if somebody got knocked down, not only did both teams that were on the court go over and pick them up, but both teams came out of their chairs to go over and pick them up. Everybody loved everybody else. There was 3,000 people there. We were there all day. Didn't see one upset. Didn't see anybody crying. Didn't see anybody complaining. Didn't see anybody asking for something they couldn't have. And didn't see anybody lost. Everything was the most miraculously calm, cool, proud. I mean, it was absolutely. When I left there going, wow. Who actually contributed to who? I was thinking I went down there just because I threw a little money at it and fixed an engine. The truth is, they gave me my life back.
Yeah.
I mean, is that cool? Whew. Absolutely cool. So, Special Olympics is a place, one of the many places on the planet, where if you want to contribute and create and be with and help, you'll get your life back. You'll get 1,000 times more back than you'll ever put in. And you know what else is really cool? You don't even have to put money in. You can just put a little of your time in.
Look, the volunteers and the coaches that were there, they looked like they were having more fun than the
I have
the
never
Olympic-
seen
athletes.
any better group of people having more fun, making a difference, both for the Special Olympians or the Special Olympians making a difference for the people that were standing around. Remember the one gal that walked up to us and said, "I got to tell you something." I said, "What?" "I have 2 boyfriends." And I went, "You do?" He goes, "Yeah." And they
And
both
my
know.
birthday's in 2 days.
Yeah, my
and-
birthday's in 2 days, and life is good. And then she went out on the shot put throw, whatever you call
Yeah.
that, and threw the shot put, came back, sat down, went, "Phew, I can do that." I said, wouldn't it be
She's
cool if
very cool.
everybody on the planet lived that way?
It would be.
You know what? She didn't care about what anybody thought. She didn't care about anything other than she was happy. She has 2 boyfriends. She did the shot put. Now I'm sitting down waiting for my next time. It's really cool. Really cool. So what would it be like to absolutely have your life be that way? You know, and I was talking about having, getting grounded and growing something, getting grounded by getting back to the earth and getting grounded and doing some gardening or whatever. Or if you don't want to go to the grocery store and there's some things that you really like, grow it yourself. And you don't have to buy a roller tiller and get all the tools, although that's pretty good to have all those toys, you know. But it'd be really fun just to plant some tomatoes or plant some other things. By the way, if you plant tomatoes, every once in a while, if you're really lucky, you get these giant green worms. They are huge. They're the ugliest things you ever saw in your life. You want to scare your neighbor? Give them one. So it's really cool to have fun with Mother Nature, okay? It's really cool. Now, this show is all about getting a sense of humor around change, getting a sense of humor around challenge, getting a sense of humor on, you know, not having it the way you think you ought to have it, not having it the way when you think you ought to have it. And it changes all the time. It's called doing the dance of life. And you have a choice. You can either complain or create. Which do you want? If you want to complain, join the masses. If you want to create, be a leader. Can you get that? I mean, it's really, really fun. Really fun, okay? Now, just like there's hundreds of athletes in the Special Olympics, all mentally challenged, all right, competing, all right, in all the different games, there's all kinds of hundreds or millions of people out here competing in life. So what would it be like if in your life you had no upsets? I mean, most people think, gee, if I wasn't upset about something, something's wrong. Can you get that one? Mm-hmm. All right? Or what if you were never mad at anybody? And what if you were actually in life and you never saw anybody cry again? You know, cry out of frustration.
Yeah.
Okay, crying out of how cute I am, that would be
Well,
okay
or
to
just
do. You know.
totally in love. With,
In love, yeah. That, yeah. Or what happens if you were actually went a whole week and never heard anybody raise their voice? What if you went a whole week and you never raised your voice?
How about that?
Gee, that's something for me to think about. Now, there's a future. You know what I mean? Right, Beth? Anyway, what if life is all about a hug? How about the quality of the hug?
There you go.
What if everybody was all about helping someone else? What if you actually knew not only your neighbor, but, 3 or 4 houses on either side of your house? What do you think of that? What if you even knew the first name of the bank teller? What do you think about that? Oh, I got to go to another break. I just got the sign. What if you could even be happy about going on a break when you're on a roll verbally? So here we go. Watch this. I'm going to do it. Yeah, be happy. We're going on a break.
Yeah.
So this is Clay and Susan Nelson on KZSB AM 1290, the Clay Nelson Life Balancer. Get on back here because we're going to talk about all the different ways you can have fun, and it doesn't cost you a dime.